a man who tried to kidnap a child back in June is still out there, and Houston police need your help identifying him.
Okay, so they're hoping that new sketches will help. So come take a look here. So investigators say the man you're seeing in the picture on the left tried to kidnap a 7-year-old from his own backyard on Bethlehem Street in the Oak Forest neighborhood. The second sketch you're looking at is a tattoo of a woman on his arm. It's pretty big, pretty identifiable there. Now, he was driving a blue SUV or a hatchback at the time. Investigators asking you to call Crime Stoppers if you have any information on who he is or where he might be. That number, 713-222-TIPS, and it could make you eligible for a $5,000 reward. Well, the man who is accused of stabbing and killing an elderly man riding his bike is expected to be in court today.
Houston police arresting Aaron Bartholomew Sheehan on Tuesday, and he's now charged with murder. Last week, 77-year-old Anaval Ortiz was riding his bicycle to work on a trail along Harrisburg at about 5:45 in the morning. Even after he was stabbed, he finished the ride to work where he died. Court documents show the suspect is homeless and now being held on a $1 million bond.
All right, so we're following up on a story we brought you yesterday that I'm sure you remember. The Houston Health Department following up on reports of rat infestation at an apartment complex in Southeast Houston. Now, people who live at the Cullen Park apartments say they've seen dozens of rats around the complex. They also have issues like no AC, broken refrigerators, broken stoves and ovens, saying that they have complained to management. The complaints have gotten no response. The Houston Health Department visited and say they confirmed, quote, significant rodent activities around the dumpster. Now, the agency says that it will issue a notice violation to the property management.
The back-to-school week continues across Houston. Today, Dickinson, Montgomery, and Pasadena all have their first day, so hopefully it goes smoothly for everyone. If you're in those areas, watch out for increased traffic and school zones.
All right, so Cleveland ISD, parents there say they plan to protest after not one, but 2 school bus crashes this week on the same roadway.
Denise Middleton is live outside Cleveland ISD headquarters. Denise, it has a lot of people wondering, is there something in the road that's causing the drivers to lose control, or we just don't know?
Yeah, still waiting to get some answers here. You know, it's still very frightening moments for all the children involved, and especially the parents who rushed to the scene. Luckily, there were no life-threatening injuries, but it was just a rough way to start off the new school year. Cleveland ISD school bus carrying 58 students flipped on its side along FM 1010. Emergency responders and police were there at the scene as several elementary students were seen outside the bus being taken away on stretchers. The school district says everyone got out safely and was evaluated, but 16 people reportedly had minor injuries. Now, on Monday, about 2 miles away on that same road, another Cleveland ISD bus full of high school students landed on its side in a ditch. The district says 36 students were taken to local hospitals for evaluation, but again, no one was seriously injured. Parents, though, are demanding answers and are worried for their kids' safety.
We're really disappointed because, you know, we think our kids are being transported safely, and we're going through these issues, and 2 accidents in 1 week. We're disappointed.
Yeah, so we'll be sure to stay on top of this to get the very latest on the investigation and from the school district. Reporting live from Cleveland ISD headquarters, Denise Middleton, Fox 26 News.
Yeah, more to come on that one, and we will be sure to bring you any updates on air and online. We are going to see a rainmaker potentially starting tomorrow and into the weekend?
Yeah, I'd say Friday into early Saturday morning. So we've been talking about the potential for development in the Gulf, and the tropical wave that we've been monitoring has now moved in. You can start to see some of that thunderstorm development really begin to pick up. So I do have our spaghetti plots over the area where there is the chance for that development. Overall, it's low. Could we see a tropical depression, maybe a brief tropical storm? I mean, it's definitely a possibility, but it's likely going to be moving inland somewhere in northern Mexico coast, if not near Brownsville. And regardless, southeast Texas is going to be on the east side. And when we talk about these systems, that's where all the activity is. That's where the heavy rain and potential thunderstorm development is. And you can see with our exclusive Fox model, We'll start to see that area of most likely still disorganized showers and storms rolling in close to the coast come tomorrow morning. And then we'll start to see some of that rain actually make its way into our viewing area by Friday. And like I mentioned, possibly on Saturday morning as well. This morning, though, overall things have been quiet. Unless you live in Chambers and Liberty County, you can see that that cell, which once had about 80 lightning strikes with just in a 15-minute time span, is really starting to decrease as it crosses into Liberty County, like I mentioned, and then out of our viewing area. A few more of those showers along the coast, but overall not much going to be happening through about midday. Later on this afternoon, though, we could be seeing a bit more scattered coverage, so heavy rain, frequent lightning, and even the potential for some strong winds. Then we head into your Friday morning. Yes, overall things are going to be quiet through midday, but then the influx of that tropical moisture coming in from the south, bringing the potential for that heavy rain through about 8, 9 o'clock, and then could be seeing some of those lingering showers as we head into your Saturday morning. Overall, our highs today, mid, maybe some upper 90s. It really just depends on if you get the rain or if you don't. Those feels like temps will be in the triple digits, though, starting as early as 11 o'clock this morning and continuing until at least 7. And then we look into our extended forecasting. Yes, the next 6 to 10 days is toward the end of August. I feel like this month has already gone by in the blink of an eye. So we're likely going to be above average, and we'll actually start to see those temps creep back into the upper 90s by the start of next week.
NBA star and new Houston Rocket Kevin Durant has teamed up with Bun B's Trill Burgers to launch a fundraiser for Hill Country flood victims. The Easy Money Burger is available through August 22nd at Trill Burgers locations. All proceeds support the Kerr County Flood Relief Fund. There is also a limited edition T-shirt available to help with the fundraising. Houstonians whose homes were damaged during last year's 2 big storms, Hurricane Beryl and the May derecho, will now be getting much needed help.
All right, so yesterday, the city council signed off on more than $300 million in federal recovery funds. So the federal grant includes $100 million to repair homes, and $100 million will go toward providing backup power for critical facilities. More than $15 million will go to the emergency response and public safety, $41 million going towards Mayor Whitmire's plan to end homelessness here in Houston.
An Illinois court will not enforce civil warrants against Texas Democrats who left the state.
Not a surprise. The judge ruling that Attorney General Ken Paxton didn't prove that the court could enforce the warrants out of state. Now, Democrats, as you know, in the House left more than a week ago to block the voting of redistricting and redrawing of voter maps in the special session. On Wednesday, some of them got together with Democrats from Indiana to talk about similar potential redistricting efforts in that state, too. Texas House and Senate leaders have said the current special session is set to end tomorrow, Friday. Governor Abbott, though, says that he will call new special sessions until redistricting is done. You know, a Sweeney family says after 9 months of little to no answers, they finally feel a sign of relief.
Their loved one, Michaela Tyler, was killed in November at the Windmill Run Apartments. Fox 26's Leslie Delaspore went to Brazoria County to speak with her family.
Not knowing what's yet to come, you know, what his sentence will be or anything like that. That still has me a little apprehensive, but at least they finally did put the murder charges on him.
And now for the county to acknowledge it as well was thank you for doing your job.
I know you're happy, but is there a little bit of anger or frustration because it took 8 months?
Silence. I know there's protocols and things like that, but there are certain things that you can say, and silence and ignoring family that's grieving is not the way to go.
For me, it was just like, where is he? Let me go find him myself.
I couldn't help her. To know she was fearful of firearms to begin with, and to know that she was fighting him and trying to get that firearm away from here. So I don't hate anybody, but wow, dude, you have no heart.
I think it was just relief, you know, that they finally served him, that yes, it really did happen. And now we can move on from that to what the next step is going to be and prepare ourselves for that. But Sweeney just has, yeah, it's just not the same little town. And though you don't expect it to happen in your backyard, you should be prepared. Because, I mean, you know, Sweeney's no big place to go, and you don't go to Sweeney unless you go for a purpose. It's not some place you have to go through. So they should protect what they have in their community and step up and do their job and get it over with. Because Michaela grew up there. There was no reason it should have taken this long. No reason.
Do better for your community. Like, don't you want your community to want to call on you? Don't you want your community to have faith in you to protect them? And the other families, don't give up hope, don't lose faith. Justice will be served, just don't give up. We didn't give up, and look where we are. We're one step closer, so don't give up faith.
Leslie Delaspore, Fox 26 News.
Local veterans living on the street now have a place to call home. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation celebrated the opening of 14 new comfort homes in Houston's Veterans Village.
We have Fox 26 photojournalist Darlene Janik-Fairs with the story.
1, 2, 3.
We're debuting the grand opening of our Phase 2 Comfort Home Village here at the Houston Veterans Village. Phase 1, we purchased a hotel, an abandoned hotel, back in late 2022, completely gut renovated it, and opened in late 2023 to provide housing and wraparound supportive services to 131 veterans. Around that time, we had an idea to build a campus of our comfort homes around that site. Each home is about 500 square feet. 1 bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, and living room. And it's geared towards our older class of veterans, again, that's going to have a little bit more trouble reintegrating, but are looking for a permanent place to call home. So we are positioning ourselves at the Tunnel to Towers Foundation as long-term supportive housing providers. A veteran that will move into this comfort home can stay here for as long as he or she may wish.
Oh, this is incredible. Man, oh.
Now this is
comfort home with comfort bedroom.
I didn't expect this.
So at one point you both were living in cars.
Oh yeah. Truck, car. Yeah. Now we feel a part of the community. We feel like, aha, we can take that breath now. America does love us.
It gives such a positive feeling to know that people are still grateful and still able to, donate the money to create something like this, to see that, as they said in the speech, give us the dignity, and that speaks volumes. The self-esteem goes up.
It does. Yeah.
Self-worth. The beliefs that you held in your heart have a chance to really come true.
Okay, so when you go to the grocery store and you get the bill, you're always like, how much? It seemed to be a lot less expensive just a little while ago.
Well, the Consumer Price Index did increase slightly in July, with things like beef, eggs, and coffee seeing significant price hikes. Environmental issues like droughts and floods, along with the fluctuating tariffs, are contributing to the price hikes. Economists say when you take all of these things together, it just creates a perfect storm.
The cumulative impact over time keeps on adding up. So while the rate of increase may ultimately slow down, consumers are bearing the brunt of these increases, and it's reflecting in the data.
And experts say rising prices will likely lead to changes in shoppers' habits. Maybe we're going to pick a different store, or we're going to buy more generic.
You know what? Kellogg's is going to take out all the artificial dyes from their cereal before the end of 2027. That's right around the bend. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton made the announcement on Wednesday after months of trying to start to investigate the company for not following through on promises to remove petroleum-based dyes. Several food companies have recently said they're going to take out chemicals from their products and different dye colors. Paxton says Kellogg's, though, is the first to sign a legal document on that issue. So what are the cereals going to look like? I guess we'll find out. GE Appliances says it will invest more than $3 billion to expand operations in several states. It wants to shift production from China and Mexico back to the U.S.
This happening, of course, as the president pushes forward with tariffs aimed at boosting domestic manufacturing. GE says the 5-year plan will create more than 1,000 new jobs.